Yellow, fellow people, and happy Halloween! So today for Halloween, I decided that I would take a look at the Transformers Legacy Velocitron Speedia 500 Collection, Leader Class RAD 2001 Scourge. So looking at this figure in his truck mode, since that's how he was packaged. And the painting and sculpting on his truck mode is really good. So he's a repaint of the Legacy Laser Optimus figure, which is going to get re-released for Legacy United. So the sculpting here is already pretty nice, but the coloring that they used is actually really cool. So he's mostly black with some cyan highlights running across him, which look pretty cool, and even more so when you consider his pink clear plastic windows, which actually look pretty cool, and they remind me of Energon. Yeah, not much else to say. Also, they even made the headlights pink. That's also pretty cool. Anyways, so he rolls fairly well, and let's just move on to his accessories. So starting off, he has his sword as well as his axe, and he also comes with his tanker. So looking at the sword and axe here, they're both cast out of the same clear plastic as the windows, with the handle for the axe being cast out of the same black plastic as the toy. Anyways, so these are sculpted pretty nicely, and you can just plug these onto the truck mode with these ports over here, and tabs on the axe handle, and same for the sword tabs, ports. There you go. And there you have the weapon storage. Unfortunately, it does kind of render the trailer useless. The tanker useless, but you can actually store the weapons inside the tanker. So just transforming it, untap the front area, and then you just split it apart, bring down this ramp, fold in the top half, pull out the claw, and there you have the base mode for the tanker. Anyways, so basically the weapons store in either one of these ports, with the H-shaped port for the axe, and these two ports that are spread apart for the sword, as you can see right there. And there you go. And there's also more accessories with this, that being the turret and even this piece. I don't know what you can do with this, but this could be used as a gun for him. It is too small though. But hey, at least it's a gun. Anyways, moving on, let's transform this back. And there you go. Anyways, now the painting and sculpting on this tanker is pretty good. I find it interesting how they actually painted the entire barrel rather than this piece like they did with Laser Optimus, and I actually find it pretty cool how they sculpted this turret to look like one of the caps for the tanker. That's pretty interesting as well. Anyways, you can just flip this, so you can actually flip this over so it could stand, or you can flip it back and plug it onto the port over here, like so, and there you have Scourge with his tanker. That looks pretty cool, not gonna lie. Anyways, so that's basically all I have to say for truck mode. Let's move on to size comparisons now, shall we? Here we have him compared next to the Piggy Duo and Dang It Tigre. Anyways, here we have him compared next to Battle Class Shockwave, Core Class Shockwave. Here we have him compared next to the Rise of the Beast Alliance, Scorponok and Sandspear. And I actually did see the Studio Series Deluxe figure, and that figure actually looks pretty cool. Anyways, moving on. Here we have him compared next to the Legacy G-Axis figure, as you can see right there. And here we have him compared next to my previous Halloween review, the Netflix Sparkless Bot, as you can see right there. And here we have him compared next to another black repaint, Nemesis Leo Prime. And here we have him compared next to Legacy Laser Optimus Prime. And you can see that they look pretty different in terms of coloring. trailers actually do look pretty similar though. So there you go. Anyways, so let's move on to the figure's transformation now, shall we? Here we have Scourge in his robot mode, and the painting and sculpting on Scourge is really good. So just like truck mode, the sculpting is practically the same, so it looks pretty nice. And the painting here is really good. The colors pop pretty well, and when you compare him next to his original RID 2001 design, you can see he looks pretty different. And to be honest, I actually don't mind that. The colors here make up for that, and they look really cool. So, moving on, he still has those same gimmicks as the original Laser Prime Deco, like these missile pods, and even the Matrix of Leadership for some reason. So you can see that it's sculpted pretty nicely, and they even painted the outer piece silver. And here we have it compared next to the original Matrix. This is literally the only Matrix I have. Anyways, so moving on. And just like the original Matrix, you can actually use it for the weapon on the weapons. So the axe has this tab over here that's supposed to plug onto the port over here, but it could also be used to plug in the Matrix. Also, I don't think I've mentioned this in my review for Laser Optimus, but for some reason it actually has this tab over here on the hilt, and it's only on this side. I'm not sure why they even have it, but it's kind of useless. Anyways, so there is the combined weapon, and to be honest, it actually looks pretty good. If you don't know, I'm not really the biggest fan of the combined weapon for Laser Optimus, but for this color scheme, it looks pretty good, not gonna lie. And you could either have him with the weapons combined, or you could have them separate. Also, unfortunately, the weapons can't be stored in his robot mode, just like you could in truck mode. And that's where the tanker base mode comes for. So just like truck mode, the spread apart ports for the sword, and the H-shaped ports for the axe. Anyways, so moving on to the actual base mode, and you can see compared to a Scourge, it's pretty small. Anyways, and if you want to make it more smaller, you could just remove this. And fun fact, yeah, I already showed this earlier. It's removable. I don't know why I said that. Anyways, so just like I said earlier, on truck mode, this could be used as a blaster, though it is pretty small. Anyways, now this piece might seem useless, but if you think hard enough, you could actually imagine it as a cannon, as you can see right there. I'm guessing it would be too top heavy though, and unfortunately I don't have any bluish effects that are big enough for that. Yeah, and unfortunately the turret isn't even bluish compatible. Anyways, moving on to my problems. I don't seem to have any. I think for my problems for Laser Optimus, it mostly stemmed from him being mostly painted, which this figure does not have that problem with, since he's mostly black plastic. And the price point is already is the same, because I got this figure from Ross. He was only $17, which is actually a pretty good price if you, now that I think about it. Anyways, so what I find pretty funny is that how he literally has upside down G2 Autobot symbols, while the figure that's literally supposed to be a G2 character doesn't have any. I'm not even joking. You literally saw it in the earlier in the review. Anyways, so moving on, he has a ball joint at the head. He can look up pretty far if you cheat it with the transformation joint, and down that far. His arms can't really do a full 360 due to how the pylons restrict it. His arms can spread out that far. He has a bicep swivel and a 90-degree elbow bend, a wrist swivel, and yeah, not much else to say for the arms. Waist swivel. He can kick forwards that far and backwards that far. He has a thigh swivel and over 90-degree knee bend, and a maximum ankle pivot, a foot bend, and a heel bend due to transformation. Can he do a split? Yep, he can do a split. So there you go. Also forgot to mention this, but he has some long ass legs. Like, you can literally see that they're about the same height as the actual tanker face mode extended, without the claw. Oh, frick. Yeah, I realized that I didn't transform the claw. Anyways, moving on. So that's basically all I have to say for the robot mode. Let's just move on to size comparisons now, shall we? Here we have him compared next to the Piggy Duo, as you can see right there. Here we have him compared next to Battle Class Shockwave. And here we have him compared next to my previous Halloween review, the Netflix Sparkless Bot. And here we have him compared next to Legacy G-Axis, as well as another black repaint of a character with the name Prime. Wait, what? A repaint of a character that has the name Prime. Legacy Evolution, Nemesis Leo Prime. Holy frick, they're almost the same size. Oh frick. And here we have him compared next to Legacy Laser Optimus Prime. As you can see, pretty different compared with the colors. So there you go. So my real final thoughts on Scourge. Overall, this figure is great. So despite the fact that this is a simple repaint of a really good figure, the truck mode looked really good, and so too did the robot mode, and the transformation was still not bad. So there you go. And this is basically about it for this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye now.